Hello, Meoni here. Welcome back to another video looking at more items added in 7.35 patch, specifically to the new deep dungeon, Pilgrim's Traverse. We're still looking at those items. You'll notice that if you come to Osweed, there is a section at the top to exchange your artifacts. You'll find on here a bunch of items, including mounts and things. You'll also notice Sin Beaver. That is what we're looking at the moment. This is a brand new minion that is a Sin Eater Beaver, question mark. Another mystery better left unsolved, I completely agree. For 25 luminous oil. Luminous oil is something that you will get through your challenge log. The challenge log then, if we open this and go to the deep dungeon tab, you'll see on here a list of prerequisites to get various rewards. So this resets every week. As you can see, it's reset for me today because it is Tuesday at the time of recording, and you'll see that you will get the luminous oil for clearing doing a full clear, so 71 to 100. You'll get 10 of those. You'll get 8 for clearing floor 50. You'll get another 7 for clearing floor 20. And because these reset each week, this is the incentive that Square Enix is giving for you to go and do the earlier floor sets, as well as just the 71 to 100 clears. There is also sacks as well, sacks of First Light for floor 70, for example, that you can probably get some goodies out of as well. But that is your main way of getting luminous oil. However, it is not the only way of getting luminous oil. If you have cleared floor 71 to 100, you will get these things called illumined invocations. These are books. You get 1 book per clear, and as you can see, 1 book is worth, as you can see, 2 luminous oils. So if you do want to spend your books per clear on luminous oil, if you really want to save up for a mount, that is one of the ways to do it. But it's 25 luminous oil regardless, so there are the multiple ways of getting this. Of course, you can also buy the Sin Beaver on the market board, much like the majority of these other items aside from the framers kits, right? And of course, the outfit is something else you can't get on the market board. So let's go look at the Sin Beaver together. Okay, here we are in the Grand Cosmos, my favourite place to record because it's always the same time of day in Explorer mode. This then is the minion in question, the Sin Beaver, which is hilariously named. I don't know, there's so many things wrong with this thing and so many things right. I absolutely love it. The minion in question then, as you can see, it says, summon forth your Sin Beaver minion. Another mystery better left unsolved. A mysterious being that appeared in Pilgrim's Traverse, where Sin Eater meets Giant Beaver. Which one becomes the other? Whatever may be the truth of its existence, some mysteries only deepen the more one ponders them. The hidden text, if you read over the patch, says, "'Tis truly a mystery among mysteries." A quote there of Graha Tyr. This minion then is pretty awesome. It is a reskin of other beavers we've got. Obviously, we've got a giant beaver. We've got the golden beaver from before, so it is just a direct reskin, I think, of a golden beaver. But, you know, as reskins go, this one is pretty hilarious. I think you might agree. It is a pretty sizable thing. Pretty chunky boy running around. He's brilliant, isn't he? Absolutely brilliant. We can make the beaver eat from a hand with a hand over emote. We don't need any pet collection titles on. And a pet emote gets it to do a particularly interesting animation where it basically jumps up around quite surprised and goes, ah, and then sort of strokes its fang, I guess. Bit strange. You'll also notice that there is an idle animation associated with it as well. Try as he might to look ferocious, I mean, he is still a beaver at the end of the day. I suppose he could do some serious damage with those fangs, but what a fantastic addition to our collection. A lot of the other beavers basically share very similar animations, so there's not really too much here other than just, you know, something to collect. But yeah, if you have no use else for illumined, you know, your oil, then this is possibly something to pick up, especially if you're a minion collector. Or if you don't want to do any of Pilgrim's Traverse, of course, you can get this from a market board as well, which I also think is a point worth bringing up. I wish there were more exclusives to the actual content. Square Enix does seem to put a lot of market tradable items. I know that's because not everybody wants to do the content, but I do think there should be more exclusive rewards, especially when you look at things like Quantum. There are very few reasons for me to go and do Quantum, considering how many items are market tradable. I don't know if that's a bad take, but yeah, okay, a title, a framers kit, that's cool and everything for Q40. But when the majority of the items that I care about, the collectibles, you know, the glamour, the mounts, the minions, are from something you can just purchase, it takes it away a little bit for me personally. Let me know what you think anyway. But this Beaver is awesome. Much love, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye. He's fierce. Or he's trying to be, at the very least.